tried to blame it on the dogs.
There is no longer a federal constitutional right to an abortion.
All right, welcome to Bryant and Baden. Some of you are asking why it's not Baden and Bryant. Someday, if you keep watching our show, we will tell you the answer to that question.
Here's my guess. My guess is any lawsuit, my name will be the one that shows up. That's why it's Bryant and Baden. Okay, I know your tricks. I know how this works.
You know what I'm going to say anyhow. But anyhow, we're friends. It's okay. We're friends until we start arguing, which we're going to do right now. All right, let me just tell you, as you all know, Epstein is back in the news. Well, Epstein has never left the news. Which Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein. I have to tell you that my husband did watch an autopsy of Jeffrey Epstein, just to give full disclosure, but that has nothing to do with this. This is the release of documents and all the legal suits involving Ghislaine Maxwell, the person who's now in jail, the woman who's now in jail. The only person is a woman who's now in jail relating to all the Epstein acts. But a list was released, 943 documents in the federal lawsuits involving mostly one of the victims. Michael, I can tell you one thing. Your name was not in those documents. I read every
I was surprised to
one.
see your name. That was odd. But let me in terms of full disclosure.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm not.
In terms of full disclosure, my wife Lisa did. She directed both the Filthy Rich story and the Ghislaine Maxwell follow-up. Both of those. I've had a number of the survivors here at my house, hanging out by the pool, staying overnight. Lovely women that I'm amazed have recovered to the degree that they have. So I don't poo-poo any of the trauma they have gone through, right, or those that have remained silent. But I am getting a little tired of the story, to be honest with you. And I think so far the bombshells have been non-existent. We knew about the Clinton, the Trump. Here's a name that we heard before, and now we've heard even more of, and that's Alan Dershowitz. Now he's not a shy guy. I have a feeling, in fact, I would invite Alan to come on anytime and chat about this, but he said many times before, I had a massage, but I kept my underwear on. Well, now we have this deposition testimony, which shows, again, it's just deposition testimony. It's sworn under oath testimony, but this is the deponent, an underage girl at the time, saying I had sex with him numerous times. So I would welcome his retort to that. Maybe he'll just flat deny it. Maybe he's got a story. Maybe he's got some refreshed recollection. What do you think?
I think he's going to say that she said that it didn't happen, and that's what controls, not her deposition where she was under oath.
Okay, so what the upshot here is, Epstein is the gift that keeps on giving. There will be more documents released. There will be more names. Will anything come of it? Will anybody do any more time? Anybody but Gil ain't ever going to see the inside of a prison cell. The Crazy 8-Ball says, all signs point to no.
Michael, in case you haven't heard, there's a trial going on in Atlanta, the Young Thug trial, YSL.
Oh, no, I've heard nothing about that.
Okay, he's being charged. His name is Jeffrey Williams, actually. He's a fabulous musician. He's being charged with 5 other defendants for RICO violations. That's the act that they usually gets my peoples, the mafia,
wow,
the Italian mafia. Yeah. My peoples, I'll take credit for it. I'm very proud of that.
All right.
Okay, in Fulton County, they have alleged, the prosecutors, that his lyrics and his songs reference drug and violence, and therefore they're an overt act and furtherance of a gang conspiracy. So, some of the lyrics, I can talk about them, but I think I want to get your take first.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, it's really just a form of character evidence, but it's even more disconnected in my mind from the acts that are being accused or alleged. You could say anything in these songs. A lot of it's about street cred. A lot of it's about just puffing out your chest and, being a bad guy. Whether that ties you to or makes it more likely or not that you committed a given crime is ridiculous. And I don't think, and it will be appealed if there are convictions here, I don't think that is going to stand up. And the question's really going to be, when these lyrics were introduced, was the impact sufficient enough on the jury to affect their decision making? Or was it, harmless error? Was it reversible? Was it harmless? I think it's wrong. The stuff should not come in. It's ridiculous.
I agree with you. And some of the lyrics are, hey, how you doing? I'm Yak Gotti. I got bodies on bodies. Okay. And that's not even a lyric by him, but it's in one of his songs. I gave a lawyer $2 million. He handles all the killings we don't speak about. shit on wax. It's all mob business. One of the other ones they're talking about. I'm at the top with bro, though. Ooh, head honcho, meaning head honcho of the crime family. He's the capo in the hood. Jeffrey Williams wrote. He says, I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. And it goes on and on. There's a whole bunch of them. You can read them in the indictment. All right. I think it's ridiculous. You and I agree on this. I think it's ridiculous. I think that the states that have banned this absolutely have banned it. You know, when you're in a studio, if you've ever been with a musician in a studio, they kind of take each other's lyrics all over the place. They put them in, and especially in rap, they don't go after Johnny Cash. Remember, we've talked about this in the past. So you and I privately, you know, I shot
Eric Clapton.
But I did not shoot no beauty. They don't go after any type of genre except for rap genre, which means rap genre is usually people of color, Black people. It's a way of talking. It's a way of communicating. I love rap lyrics. I have to tell you, I love rap lyrics. Now, does that make me a criminal? You tell me.
Yeah, well, probably. I don't understand most of them. You know, I'm just way too white. I don't know. But if I listen to Eminem or if I listen to Macklemore, they're a little slower, you know, for my ear to pick up and understand what they're saying. But these guys, they're rapping so fast, I can't pick it up.
Michael, in the news again this week, you know I'm passionate about football. I just mentioned that to you. My Jets,
if you're a Jets fan, I'm not sure passionate is the right word. It might be mental, but go ahead.
Oh, next year. You just wait till next year. That's what we promised. But David,
you're so used to saying that. Okay.
But there's a football team with the worst record. That's the Carolina Panthers, owned by a man named David Tepper, who was seen after they lost again or were losing. He dumped his drink from the owner's box on fans. Now, maybe they got him excited. I don't know. Well, the NFL fined him $300,000 and he released a statement. And I'm going to tell you, I call this apology statement, and I'm going to say it, bullshit. Okay. I am deeply passionate about this team and regret my behavior on Sunday. I should have let NFL stadium security handle any issues that arose. I respect the NFL's code of conduct and accept the league's discipline for my behavior. Notice he kind of intimates there that somebody made him do it, okay?
At first I thought it was an accident. You know, he's just gesticulating and, knocks it over. But no, it was intentional.
Well, yeah, except wait for the civil suits to come, because that, my dear friend, is an assault. You know it, and I know
battery.
it. And Mr. Tepper,
it is. It's a battery.
Right.
But what
Definitely
and they're going to be presumed damages because it is an intentional tort. But what are you going to get from that? What you're going to get is here's Mr. Tepper. Let me just fill in this check and give you 20 grand and call it a day. It's going to be something like that. It's not going to be any skin off his nose in the big picture. It's never going to court. We're never going to get to see it in the inside a courtroom. So,
Well, maybe he should sell the team, but that's for another day. Maybe he should sell the team. Maybe he should let some women own the teams. When I look at Mr. Tepper, all I see are classic league owners. All right, I won't go any further.
Because why? Because he's a white guy?
Oh, an old white guy.
An old white
with
guy.
Money.
Okay, here we go. I got an update for you on Cornell. You remember Cornell? End of November, out on Long Island, Nassau County, on Long Island. They found this dog beside the road, stabbed. How many times is that? 17 times, right?
17 times.
17 times with some sort of implement, like a shiv out of prison or something. They couldn't tell whether it was a knife or not. Anyway, unbelievable. The dog survived. I checked with the SPCA yesterday. They're offering a $5,000 reward for anybody that can help, find the despicable person that would do this to a dog. So far, nobody is in custody. They are still working the case. The $5,000 remains with the SPCA. But the good news is Cornell is with a foster family now and recovering, and will stay there until fully recovered. And then, they will adopt him out to some other family once he is completely healed. So good for Cornell.
Death
as
penalty?
An aside,
death penalty?
Death penalty? Yeah, well, certainly.